Have you ever felt the urge to pack your bags, knowing deep in your spirit that a major move is on the horizon, but you couldn't quite understand why God was placing this restlessness in your heart? What if I told you that the relocation you've been sensing isn't just about a change of address or a new job opportunity, but about positioning yourself exactly where God needs you to be so that the person He's prepared to love you can finally find you? Right now, in this very moment, there's someone whose heart has been prepared by God to love you with a depth and authenticity you've never experienced before. And your upcoming move isn't random. It's divinely orchestrated to bring the two of you together in His perfect timing. Welcome to God's Prophecy Message channel, where we deliver messages straight from the heart of God to encourage, strengthen, and prepare you for the beautiful future He has planned. If you're new here, I want you to know that you didn't stumble upon this video by accident. God led you here today because He has a specific word for your situation, for your waiting season, and for the transition you're about to step into. Take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a prophetic message that could change the trajectory of your life. And if this message resonates with your spirit, if you feel God speaking directly to your situation through these words, please consider supporting this ministry through Super Thanks or by donating through our Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Your support helps us continue spreading these encouraging, prophetic messages to women all over the world who are waiting on God's best for their lives. Every contribution, no matter how small, allows us to reach more hearts and share more hope. Before we dive deeper into this powerful message, I want you to do something that will activate your faith and signal to God that you're ready to receive what He's about to do in your life. Type in the comments right now, "I receive." Don't just watch passively, participate in your own breakthrough. When you declare "I receive," you're telling heaven that your heart is open, your spirit is expectant, and you're ready for God to move on your behalf. Go ahead and type it now, "I receive." Now let's talk about what God is revealing about this season of your life. You've been feeling it for weeks, maybe even months. This internal stirring that something significant is about to shift. You've had dreams about new places, conversations about relocating have been coming up more frequently, job opportunities in different cities have been crossing your path, or perhaps you've just had this inexplicable knowing that where you currently are isn't where you're meant to stay. Some of you have been resisting this feeling because moving seems complicated, scary, or financially impossible. Others have been actively planning and preparing, but wondering why God would ask you to uproot your life when you're still single, still waiting for your spouse, still hoping that love will find you where you already are. Here's what the Spirit of God is making clear. Your next move isn't separate from your love story. It's actually the beginning chapter of it. God isn't asking you to relocate and then wait even longer for love to show up. He's positioning you geographically and spiritually in the exact location where your divine connection is already waiting, already praying, already being prepared to recognize you when you arrive. The man God has assigned to your life is in the place you're moving to, or his path is designed to intersect with yours once you make this move. This isn't about you chasing a relationship or trying to manufacture a connection. This is about obedience to God's navigation system that's getting you directly into the arms of someone who will love you with the kind of love that reflects God's heart for you. Proverbs 16:9 tells us, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." You might have been planning this move for practical reasons, a better job, being closer to family, a lower cost of living, a fresh start, but God has been planning something far more beautiful behind the scenes. While you've been focused on the logistics of the move, He's been focused on the love story that's about to unfold. While you've been concerned about finding the right apartment or adjusting to a new environment, He's been preparing a heart that's going to beat in perfect rhythm with yours. Some of you have been hurt so many times that you've stopped believing this kind of love is even possible for you. You've convinced yourself that real, genuine, lasting love is something that happens to other people, but never seems to find its way to you. You've watched friends get married, seen family members find their partners, celebrated countless engagements and weddings while wondering when your turn would come. You've prayed, fasted, waited patiently, worked on yourself, healed from past relationships, and done everything you know to do, yet love still seemed to elude you. But what you didn't realize is that timing and location are both critical components of God's plan. It wasn't that love couldn't find you, it's that love was being prepared in a different location, and you weren't ready to be there yet. God has been working simultaneously in two places: in your heart, healing you, maturing you, preparing you to receive authentic love, and in another location, preparing someone whose heart has been specifically designed to honor, cherish, and celebrate who you are. The move you're about to make isn't just about changing your environment. It's about aligning yourself with divine timing and divine placement, so that what God has been preparing can finally manifest in your reality. Think about the story of Ruth in the Bible. Ruth was a widow, a foreigner, living in Moab with no prospects for a future husband. Everything about her situation seemed hopeless from a human perspective. But when she made the decision to leave Moab and travel to Bethlehem with her mother-in-law Naomi, she had no idea that this move would position her directly in the path of Boaz, the man who would become her husband and redeemer. Ruth wasn't moving to Bethlehem to find a husband. She was moving out of loyalty, obedience, and faith. But God was orchestrating every step, and her willingness to relocate placed her exactly where she needed to be for love to find her. The Bible tells us in Ruth 2:3, "So she went out, entered a field, and began to glean behind the harvesters. As it turned out, she was working in a field belonging to Boaz, who was from the clan of Elimelech." Notice the phrase, "as it turned out." What seemed like coincidence was actually divine arrangement. That's exactly what's happening in your life right now. What might look like a random job opportunity, a sudden need to relocate for family reasons, an unexpected housing situation, or just a personal desire for change, is actually God positioning you for a divine encounter. The man who's going to love you isn't in your current city, your current social circle, or your current environment. He's where God is sending you, and your obedience to make this move is the key that unlocks this next chapter of your life. Now I know some of you are thinking, "But I'm scared to move. What if I get there and I'm even more alone than I am now? What if I don't make friends? What if this is a huge mistake?" Let me speak directly to those fears. Psalm 37:23 says, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him." When God is directing your steps, there is no such thing as a mistake. Even if the move feels uncomfortable at first, even if there's an adjustment period, even if it takes a few months to settle in and find your rhythm, you are exactly where you need to be. God doesn't lead you somewhere and then abandon you. He goes before you, prepares the way, and ensures that every detail works together for your good. Some of you need to hear this. The reason your current relationships haven't worked out isn't because there's something wrong with you. It's because those men weren't assigned to your life. They were distractions, lessons, or temporary connections, but they were never meant to be permanent. You kept trying to force something that God never ordained because you were afraid that if you let go, you'd end up alone forever. But staying in the wrong place, geographically or relationally, only delays what God is trying to give you. The moment you step into obedience and make the move God is calling you to make, you step out of the season of near misses and almosts and step into the season of divine alignment and God-ordained connections. Here's another truth that's going to shift your perspective. The person God has for you isn't just casually interested or moderately attracted to you. He loves you deeply, genuinely, completely. This isn't a man who's going to play games with your heart, keep you guessing about his intentions, or make you wonder if you're important to him. This is a man whose love for you is going to be evident, consistent, and undeniable. When you meet him, there won't be confusion. There won't be mixed signals. There won't be that exhausting back and forth where you're constantly trying to figure out where you stand. He's going to make his intentions clear, because his heart has been prepared by God to recognize you as the woman he's been praying for. Ephesians 5:25 instructs men, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." The man God is connecting you with understands this assignment. He's not approaching relationships casually or carelessly. He's been in his own season of preparation, learning what it means to love sacrificially, to lead spiritually, to honor and protect the woman God places in his life. While you've been healing, growing, and getting ready, he's been doing the same thing in his location. And now, God is about to bring your paths together in a way that will make both of you recognize that this connection is bigger than coincidence. It's covenant. I need you to understand something powerful. This move isn't going to cost you the love you're waiting for. This move is going to deliver it. Some of you have been hesitant to